This is undeniably the best bread I have made in my entire life. This is not my recipe. This one is by a creator named Lacey that I follow on TikTok. And when I saw it, I was like, I absolutely have to make this. So to start, in my bowl, I'm going to add some water, yeast, honey, and olive oil. Stir that together, add my flour, and add a little bit of salt. Give that a nice stir, and allow the dough to rise for a good 15 minutes. After the first rise, I'm going to go ahead and add half a cup of chocolate chips, and then I'm going to start my first stretch and fold. I went ahead and stretched and folded for a good 5 minutes, and then I allowed my dough to rise for a second time for 15 minutes and added an additional half a cup of chocolate chips and stretched and folded, and then allowed it to rise for an additional hour and a half. Once my dough was completely risen, I went ahead and turned it to a flour surface, and when it gave it a nice amount of stretching and folding even more. So it's like a lot of stretching and folding, but that's okay because honestly, the spread is so worth it. While I was doing this, I did have my cast iron pot in the oven warming up at 425 degrees. I went ahead and stretched even more as this was happening, and then I turned it over to a parchment paper and then allowed it to rise for an additional 20 minutes under the bowl. And once my pot was completely warm through, I went ahead and placed my dough inside of the warm pot and placed it back into the oven so that it could bake for a good 40. It took about 42 minutes for me to bake my bread, and it came out absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness, I didn't even want to cut it. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I scored it too. So once the bread was done baking, I went ahead and pulled it out and placed it on a wire rack. And I cut myself a nice heaping piece and toasted that with a little bit of butter. And it was absolutely delicious. I am so glad I tried this recipe. Thank you, Lainey, for blessing us with this. Anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And until next time, bye.